I'm student clinician Erik Robbins. I'm a fourth quarter student at Life University in the Doctor of Chiropractic program, and I'm loving every second of it. Today, I'm doing this for an assignment, and I need to show you a couple things. My first binder here is my binder with all my research in it. This one has information about vertebral subluxation, has information about primary prevention and chiropractic care. I've got articles on chiropractic treatment. I have articles on other things that interest me as well, like functional neurology, as well as living wellness style through healthy lifestyle practices, as well as specific techniques such as the NSA, network spinal analysis, as well as NET, the neuro-emotional technique, help take care of some of those emotional traumas that we suffer, as well as myasthenia gravis, which is kind of an interesting topic to me. Some of those specific kind of niche diseases that aren't necessarily present everywhere, but something that are kind of kind of interesting and really different, but I want to be able to assist those people as well. I have a secondary binder here with information about like first visits, forms and different forms about new patients, also in returning appointments, things of that nature. So I've got both my binders here. And the main reason why we're here tonight is to really be able to show you an example of what I've been learning in this course in my marketing strategies class, which is mainly a healthcare class, is what I want to perform for you tonight. So I want to welcome you all out to my healthcare class. I'm glad you guys are able to watch this, and hopefully you can leave today here with some new information, hopefully feeling a little more confident in yourself, in your body, and in what you are most interested in, and maybe putting health a little more higher on that priority list, which is already really busy, I'm sure, packed with so many different things throughout your day. So let's start. Let's talk about why you're here. You're a human being, and our nature is intelligence. Our nature is vibrant. Our nature is self-healing, self-maintaining. Our nature is to do these things, be intelligent, being vibrant, self-maintaining, self-healing. These are the main core things that make up us as a human and make us living, and hopefully can help us as we have a better quality of life. We can incorporate all of these topics and use them to lead a more healthy life. So there's 4 real conversations that you should be having with our primary care physicians, and if not with them, we should really be having them within ourselves. Be able to have them in our heads, discussing them, even maybe with our significant others, our spouses, or even our friends. The first topic of that is vitalism versus mechanism. Are we cars that when the alternator fails, we just replace that one part? Is it something like that, or are we a whole system where the alternator is actually really related to the engine, and because of that, you can't just replace an alternator, right? In the human being, you also have to give them immunosuppressants so that the body doesn't attack that new alternator that just got put in your body, right? So that's something that's kind of interesting to be having a conversation within yourself. What side do you lean more towards? Do you lean more towards the mechanism side, or you believe in that, or do you believe more on the vitalism side, that everything's connected, everything has a purpose, and our body's working together in concert to the best of its ability so it can function as properly as it can? The next conversation we should be having with ourselves is naturalism versus artificialism. And that is kind of interesting about, everything was created naturally before it was synthesized by man, right? And it was synthesized by man so that they could control a couple different factors. One is something like the dosage, right? Something like that, as well as put a patent on it. Because you can't really put a patent on something like a dandelion out there, right? It's growing freely, and any Joe Schmo could walk out there and get a dandelion, and you can't put a price tag on that. And so that's kind of interesting on what kind of view. And Hippocrates actually said, "Let medicine be thy food, and food be thy medicine." And that really rings true to me. I personally have a really great I really, really believe in that. We should be carefully monitoring what we're eating, because it can be our medicine, right? If we give our body the proper building blocks it needs, it will then go out and be able to produce the health, because it has all those building blocks and it's able to function properly with all the different systems that are within our body. The next conversation we should be having with ourselves or with our primary care physicians is holism versus reductionism. And this kind of ties back to the first topic of vitalism versus mechanism, of whether we look at the system as a whole, or whether we look at ourselves as, okay, just one part of the car, right? But we are a vitalistic, full, self-maintaining system. And the fourth conversation we should be having is conservative therapeutic care versus high-risk intervention. Heaven forbid you get a call from the doctor, and the doctor calls you. He says, "Hey, look, I'm really sorry, but you've got cancer. You have 6 months to live." Is your first priority to go to the oncologist and get set up in chemotherapy, radiation, or is your first priority to go seek out and exhaust your natural cures, your natural remedies first for these things? Or are you even aware of those things that may exist, because mainstream media says, yeah, if you've got cancer, you straight got to go to chemotherapy, you straight got to go to radiation therapy to get that taken care of. Just something you really need to maybe think about. And so what is health, right? And to help describe what health is, we should probably talk about what health is not. Health is not the absence of disease. That there's much more to it than just the absence of disease, which many medical professionals actually describe as health. The absence of disease. There's so much more to it than that. It goes so deep here. I don't think I have enough time to even explain all that. But when you talk about health, health really is, it can actually be broken down into a simple equation that health, you take the integrity of your body, so health is the integrity of your body plus function, and you add that to all the time, because that's what you want, right? You want an integritous body, so a body full of integrity, something not weak and is going to fail on you, and you want your body to function properly, insides and out, and you want that all the time, right? At least that's what I want. I know that's for sure, and that's what I can kind of describe health as. Now, function is a really big part of that formula, and the nervous system is actually the keeper of all that function. If you've ever thought about, well, what's the most important organ in the body, right? Well, maybe a lot of people would say the heart, right? Or maybe, oh, it's the lungs, because if you didn't have the lungs, then you wouldn't be able to get the oxygen to the heart. Heart couldn't pump, couldn't beat. So a lot of people might say, oh yeah, these two systems really are the reason why we live. Yes, well, actually, those are really great options, and yeah, even though they are protected by these cases of bone, there's only one organ that's actually fully encased in bone, and that is your central nervous system. That's your bone, your brain rather, and your spinal cord. Those are almost 100% completely encased in bone, which means, hey, there's something kind of important about that, right? It's kind of important to have an organ encased in bone. So I might even argue that the nervous system is there to keep everything else, everything else, like all the other organ systems are there to keep the nervous system running. You want your heart pumping so that it can produce, get blood and oxygenated blood to the different parts of the body to help support the nervous system, so that you can be on this earth and enjoy your life, live it to its fullest in all the different senses that the nervous system offers: scent, smell, taste, vision, hearing, touch, feeling, all these different things that we're here to experience in this life. It's magical. It's really amazing. And so the nervous system is really, really important. And so with that being said, I've got a little example here of the spine, right? So here's our head, and this would be kind of our tailbone and our hips area, and our spine here in between. And these yellow things are actually the nerves that come out of these tiny little holes the little vertebral foramen that these nerves come out from, and they all go to a different system. They start here central and they go out peripherally to the different parts of our body, and some of them go to our organs, and some of them go to our limbs and our legs, and some go to our skin. So these all play a really, really important role. And so when one of these bones is kind of misaligned, and that can be due to any kind of trauma, whether it's physical trauma, whether it's any kind of emotional trauma, or even toxins of things we take in, or even in the environment, they can actually put these bones out of place or affect our nervous system in such a way that only a chiropractor can really, a doctor of the nervous system can really assist you to get back into the groove that your body needs to be to function properly. And so their job is to help maintain your spine, which will then help the integrity of your nervous system, which I think is absolutely amazing, and that's why I'm here. That's why I am sharing these things with you tonight. So let's talk about your interests. As a patient, what will I be able to do for you? 3 different things. There's 3 different conditions that you may be interested in, or that you may come in with, right? First is for condition-based care. This is kind of the worst of the worst. You have an acute or a really intense symptom and you need assistance immediately, right? Now, I don't want to see you walking in my office or having an ambulance drop you off with a cannonball wound, right? I'm all out of cannonball wound cream. I'm not going to be able to get any of that and help you out there. Of course, you're going to want to go to an emergency room for really intense situations like that. But these are kind of like one-off specific things, like autoimmune disorders. I'd really love to be able to help anyone with autoimmune disorders, or kind of those difficult cases. I'm really interested in helping those people, and chiropractic care has a lot of really great research actually going forward for it in those specific autoimmune disease cases and other difficult, other medical professionals would probably call them difficult cases, that are only really treatable for the symptoms and not really treatable to actually resolve the problem. And then the second condition that you might come in here for is not condition, but the second reason you may be coming here is for health care. And you're always going to want a goal with one of these. So with the condition-based care, you're going to have a goal. Say you come in with autoimmune disorder, and our goal is to help you recover from that autoimmune disorder, or lessen the symptoms if anything, and lessen the actual cause of the autoimmune disorder. The second is the health care, and of course you'll want a goal with that. So this is more like if you have a chronic issue. Most common is like low back pain, or maybe a postural issue, and we'll help you overcome that. Maybe scoliosis, help you overcome that in time, and with a goal, right, with an outcome to help you overcome that. And third is wellness and development care, and this one is probably the most overlooked and most important one, frankly, because like a dentist, we go generally every 6 months or more if needs be, to make sure that our teeth are cleaned, and we should be going to a chiropractor very often because of the different traumas that we suffer through daily life, to have our spines checked and in a sense, when they're adjusted, cleaned, right? Cleaned from those different, we call them subluxations or misalignments or malpositions of the spine, to help it function properly. And a great goal of that is something like having a better immune system for your kids as they go through school and around so many different viruses and bacteria as students in school. So all in all, I am the doctor, or I want to be, I'm the future doctor that you will want to go to when all other doctors haven't really been able to help you. I want to be the one that will be able to assist you. I'm growing my toolbox right now. My tool belt is being filled with so many different techniques and different knowledge bases that I want to share with the world, share with each one of my patients, to help them be their best selves. So we have a special tonight. If you'd like to be evaluated, you're more than welcome to come right up after here tonight and sign up, and we can actually do an evaluation on you tonight. Or if tonight's not great and maybe you need to get back home to the kids, that's fine. Go up front and my assistant will be there to schedule an appointment with you at a day and a time that will actually work better, and that may work better for you, a time maybe during the day or another part of the week. So thank you so much for coming, and I'm really looking forward to working with each one of you one-on-one. Have a great night.